My name's Stuart Kennedy. I'm the official Belfast City Marathon coach for the Experiment Group. I started with the Experiment Group December. We all kind of met up with each other, and then I started writing them schedules from January onwards. So what I do is I keep constant contact with them on a weekly basis. Sometimes they email me on a daily basis and just make sure that they're covering their miles okay and feeling okay and getting recovered, and a wee bit of nutrition and advice around rest as well.
Last year, unfortunately, my mum was diagnosed with bladder cancer. She's since went through the treatment and she's doing great. But I just wanted to try and raise some funding and some awareness and really make my mum proud.
I am running for Air Ambulance NI, and the reason why I've chosen that is because I'm so aware of the work that they do, and they badly need funds every single day. People don't realise that they're not funded, so they need thousands and thousands of pounds every day just to operate.
BART is the Belfast Arthroplasty Research Trust, arthroplasty being hip and knee replacement. So I mean, they've made massive strides forward in patient recovery, patient outcomes, all that sort of thing. So it's a good local charity to support.
I am running the Belfast City Marathon this year for the Stroke Association. Chosen charity. My grandfather had a stroke many years ago, and all the charities for the marathon are obviously very worthwhile, but I chose this one. One of my running buddies that I run with has had a stroke when he was 29 years old, so it affects everybody, so I think it's a very worthwhile charity.
Running and mental health go hand in hand, you know, even for my own self. What I experience whenever I go for a run is something that's really cathartic. Whenever you go out for a run and you can just clear the headspace, and it's something that is actively encouraged within our organisation, is healthy living, a lot of exercise, because exercise is the key to positive mental health. It's something that allows people to release those endorphins that are in their head, and they can, you know, clear their space, just focus on themselves for however long it is. If it's 20 minutes, if it's 4 hours, you know, it's whatever, and it really helps them, and you can see that benefit, and I've seen the benefit in myself as well. And in the short time that I've been running, it's definitely given me a lot more clarity in the things that I do on a day-to-day basis.
When you're training for the marathon, it's very important to get the long miles in. It's what will really prepare you for the challenge ahead. At least get up to a few 20-mile runs just before. The speed will come itself, but I would definitely get in the long miles.
I like to take it like a mile at a time. So whenever you get to mile 18, 19, whenever most people start to struggle, you know, just break it down to, you know, a mile. If you have to, break it down to half a mile, the next lamppost. You know, whatever bite-sized chunks you need to break it down to help you get through it, because everybody at every level is going to struggle toward the end. That's why it's a marathon, that's why it's so difficult.
To run 26.2 miles is quite a commitment, so I think if anybody is thinking of doing it, to make sure they have the time and the motivation to do it, and maybe find somebody to run with, because it can get very lonely. So I would always try and do one of my training days with my running club, and at least then you have a little bit of company that helps just keep the spirits up and keeps you going.
So the 26.2 group's great. The social side of it, like, I'm not part of a running club, so I've always ran by myself, but making a lot of friends, having a good circle of support with the guys is brilliant. I've also got a 2-year-old son, and with another baby on the way, so I think the fact that if I crossed the finishing line and had my wider family plus my immediate family there, it would just be a really nice moment to share with them.
So say you're going to meet a group here at 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning. It's very hard to get out of your bed if you're only going to do it yourself. You see the wind and the rain outside. So if you have to meet a group of runners, you'll meet them there at 10 o'clock and you'll get loads of motivation from other people.
Sometimes whenever we have a bad day at running and you can't run and your legs are not working and it's not good, and you think, I can't do this, I can't. There was a quote that once said that, you know, you'll often say that you can't, but after you do a marathon, you'll always say that you have.